Okay, we're going to do an intro for you now.
Okay, all right.
It's quite difficult. I don't think I've had an intro. We do quite long intros, don't we? Well, you're trying to give the person we're trying to give you your flowers.
Explain who the fuck they are.
Yeah. No.
Yeah.
We're trying to give you your flowers, but it's quite difficult. It's difficult to know. I don't envy you having to figure out what face to do while this is happening.
Oh, yeah.
So can we just?
It is one of those. You don't want to look like really.
No, but can we just close up?
Yeah.
Can we just a real tight shot on Kelly as I read this out?
Just starting to sweat.
I would like you to do this sort of a knowing nod. Like,
Yes, she is. Yeah. Hi, I'm Kelly Cates, and I'm on the Romesh Ranganathan show.
It's the Romesh Ranganathan show.
Oh, shut up, Romesh.
Okay, my guest today is a seasoned sports broadcaster with more than 3 decades of experience bringing live football, major tournaments and Olympic and Paralympic coverage to audiences across Sky Sports, BBC Sports, ITV, ESPN and Radio 5 Live. She now co-hosts the iconic Match of the Day. It is the brilliant, the legendary, the iconic Kelly Case, everybody! How did it feel?
Yeah,
it felt good, right?
It's really uncomfortable.
Now, welcome to the show. We're all big fans here, and very excited to meet you. Very excited to have you on the podcast. Full disclosure, we do this with every guest, but we have got your present.
Yes, I know, I've seen it. But I've not seen the present, but I know you give people presents, and I forgot that there's a present.
They get mixed receptions.
Yes.
But I'd love to know what you think of this. So that's not really a great. It's not really a great build-up.
Is this how you give birthday presents and things?
Sometimes I've really bigged it up.
When you give presents in real life, do you do this? Do you give like a full... Because I do that. I give full explanations. I'm like, I thought you would use this for blah, blah, blah. And then you could...
I've only ever given presents on podcasts.
It's biscuit. Oh, it's Liverpool biscuits.
So we got you some Liverpool
shortbreads. Do you not hate them?
You don't hate them, there you go.
No, this is amazing.
The thing that I have to say to you is... Please do not eat them now.
What during the podcast?
Yeah.
Just like spray crumbs everywhere all the way through. It would also lead to very dry mouth, which would be...
Yeah. The problem is we can be as offensive as we like on this podcast.
Right.
But if anybody eats...
Yeah. Oh, people hate it.
It's worse than declaring yourself a nonce.
I think,
on this podcast, in terms of the number of complaints that we get.
Yeah, it's horrible.
Yeah.
I can't stand people eating.
Yeah.
I don't want to see that.
Yeah.
And when you see there are certain TV chefs who will eat their food and they smack their lips.
Yeah.
It's disgusting. It is like... Have
you been on a show you've had to try the food?
I did Ready Steady Cook years and years and years ago.
You did Ready Steady Cook?
Yeah, years ago.
What was...
No,
I'm actually buzzing about this.
It was me against Lee Dixon.
Wow! Holy shit!
Yeah, exactly. And I won.
So what did you bring in? Do you remember? Because hold on, that's the premise of the show. You bring.
Yeah, I think it was like smoked haddock. Yeah, I know. Well, you're vegan, so that's not going to be a...
No, but that sounds like quite a difficult ingredient.
And then you
anyway.
made like Parmesan crisps.
Oh, nice.
Yeah, they were quite good. And a beetroot dip thing.
Smoked haddock, Parmesan crisps and a beetroot dip. It's quite a lot of conflicting flavours there.
Yeah, it was...
I wouldn't describe it as a subtle dish.
It was not a cohesive plate of food. A cohesive plate of food.
It's a lot of... it's the sort of thing where a judge would go, there's a lot of things fighting for my attention.
But the thing was, I think the other team made a souffle that collapsed.
Right.
So
it was a mad decision to make a souffle.
Yeah.
How long do you get on Ready Steady? Is it 20
minutes?
20 minutes.
It was a long time ago.
Yeah, sorry. I've really deep dived into this.
I still have the plate. I still have the Ready Steady Cook plate.
Man.
That's thanks.
But when you the reason I was asking the question is when you try the food, because whenever you watch something where they're eating, they react like it's the most delicious thing they've ever eaten in their lives.
It was really lovely.
And then you think to yourself...
The beetroot dip was...
beetroot dip with the smoked haddock and the Parmesan crisp.
I didn't have it, but they weren't together. They did like a starter, like a little dip. And,
right.
Crisps and
What did you dip in? Did you dip the Parmesan crisp
I think that was right, yeah. I think that was right.
I'm going forensic on this. But I went on this morning and I'd always thought to myself, I'm not going to react like that.
Yeah.
And Lisa Snowdon was making pancakes. Yeah. That's the most ITV thing I've ever said. And then I did it, and I couldn't help it.
Yeah.
I went, oh,
did
wow.
you mean it? Were you faking it?
No, I mean I thought they were nice, but then like if you, because normally when you eat, you just go, even if like your your partner or your family member or your mum's made something, you go, oh, that's nice.
Yeah.
You don't go,
Oh, genuinely.
Yeah.
But what's the Instagram thing? I have to put the Instagram is where they go. And they take a minute.
Yeah.
And they're just like, oh my God. It's like, yeah.
oh my goodness.
That is like, no, but stop.
Yeah, I mean, I've watched so many videos of people taking food into a car and eating it, and then just going, "Oh my God!"
Yeah.
I'm like, okay, I'm just gonna try it now. I'm
just
just
gonna
gonna try it now.
try.
I'm just gonna
oh
try
my
it.
God, eat the fucking food.
So, look, you're a Liverpool fan by birth, aren't
Yes. By birth, yes. Well, not quite by birth, because
Okay, go
my
on.
dad didn't move to Liverpool until I was like nearly 2. So
Oh.
almost by birth, but
you?
not quite.
And how hardcore would you describe yourself now?
Well, not hardcore in that I don't get to go to games or anything.
Right.
So not very, and also with work, you just kind of, you're across everything. So
Yeah.
you can't be as laser focused as.
Now, look, I know you're asked about your dad,
Yeah.
the great Sir Kenny Dalglish, all the time. You've embraced football,
Yes,
but you could have
yeah.
easily gone completely the other way.
Yeah, and I
did you
do
flirt
that.
with that for a while?
Yeah. When I was younger, probably that sort of early teens, maybe, just kind of, well, maybe a bit younger than that. I was just like, no, I'm not interested in this at all, and had a few years of just not caring at all, not watching anything, not going to games, nothing. And then I went back in 1 year and just went. I said, "Oh, I'll come. I think what I'll do is I'll come to the first game of the season." Like I was kind of bestowing my presence on the
Yeah.
occasion, and turned up and I was like, "Oh no, I want to come back. I want to come back every week now, or every
So you
other
got
week."
got the bug.
Yeah.
Did he? How forceful was he about trying?
Not
to get,
at all.
Right.
Not even slightly bothered. Yeah. It was like, yeah, come if you want. Yeah, it's fine.
But
yeah.
it must have been like, are there bits of your childhood that to you were normal, but now when you look back on it, it seems...
Well, the one, everybody's always like, oh, who was round at your house? And I'm like, oh, just footballers.
Yeah.
Like, that's not... Because I don't, and I still now to this day don't really think of footballers as famous people.
Yeah.
That doesn't compute to me.
Yeah, because it's so normalised for you.
Yeah, it's like...
Because for me, because I'm so shit at football, that even like when you meet... What are you nodding for?
Sorry, yeah, no.
But you know, like, so then
Yeah.
when, and so much of my kind of childhood memories are charged up with watching football and
Yeah.
loving it. Then when I meet a footballer, I still can't get over, like even on League of
Yeah.
Their Own, I'm still a bit thirsty,
Yeah,
I would say.
yeah. But if you were to meet a comedian,
Yeah.
you're like...
Yeah, I mean, I wouldn't
No.
say I was cool. I mean, I met, like, Jack D is one of my comedy heroes.
Yeah.
When I first met him, I would say, and I think he would say this, I made a novel myself. But, you know, then you get used to it. But I feel for like footballers, it's so far removed, you can't kind of help it.
Yeah, but that's the thing. I don't feel far removed from it.
Yeah,
and
of
then,
course.
And then it's not. And even now with and then the younger ones are so young that you're just like they walk in front of you and you're like they're boys. Do you know what I mean? They're in their early 20s.
Yeah.
And so so I just don't really. And because like growing up around being like round a football club, not just around football.
Yeah, of
like
course,
like being in the club, being, you know, in the mix, and then even now you're standing pitch side, so you see them up close as real people rather than as kind of, you know, really distant people on a screen.
Yeah, and also I feel like, well, I mean, we were lucky enough to go into the players' lounge after one of the Arsenal games, and you see these players that you love so much, and they're just chatting with their friends and family, and then actually think, oh, this is like, it's their job. Do you know what I mean? It's because football fans want the players of their team to be just thinking about it all the time. Do you know what I mean? Like
obsessed.
Yeah. And I remember like I interviewed years ago Hector Bellerin, and he was saying that Arsenal had lost, and then his family came over to visit him, and they went out to a restaurant, and he said he was conscious of the fact that he didn't want to be seen to be laughing or smiling with his family, because if somebody like grabbed a photo, then that would be it for him. Do you know what I mean?
That's it. Hector Bellerin laughs off Arsenal defeats.
Yeah, exactly.
There's the picture, and it's like, well, that's not what was happening at all.
Yeah. We've got a question from my mum.
Yes.
I don't know what this question is, so
Okay.
I'm about to. It could be great.
Okay.
But it could be offensive and racist. Let's hear it.
Yeah.
Hi, Kelly. I think you are a very talented lady. Romesh loves football. I'm not a big football fan, but I like Jamie Redknapp and the Lionesses.
Yeah.
Did you ever consider becoming a player? just let me know. I would love to know. And this is Romesh's mom, Shanthi. Thank you, darling.
So the way Mum's asked the question is, does she want Kelly to just text her personally?
Yeah.
Could you
It
let
feels
my
like
mum
we're
know?
just going to set
It's
up.
not for the- it's
We've
not
got
for
a
the
rapport
podcast.
here. This is like, me and Shanti. We're
yeah.
I like that as well. Jamie Redknapp and the Lionesses. That's what his band would be called.
Yeah.
I love that. It's like,
Jamie Redknapp
here it
and the
comes.
Lionesses,
It's me,
yeah.
Jamie Redknapp and the Lionesses.
Yeah.
Headlining.
Did we ever going to be a player?
No, never. I knocked myself out playing football once. That one time I went on holiday and I was like, I've seen this. I'm kind of, and there were kids playing on, those tennis courts that you get that sort of red. Not a clay court, not
No,
like
I
a
know what
proper
you
clay
mean.
court, but like almost
The
like red
rubbery-
gravelly. No, but
Oh,
like,
the
like
gravel.
red gravelly
okay,
kind
yeah.
of thing, and like a really shit tennis court. And I was like, oh, I've seen this done. I'm sure I'll be fine. This doesn't look very hard at all. And I would be, like old enough to know, but probably like 11, and sort of somebody hit the ball out into the wing, and I was like, oh. I just like I could see myself kind of running along, and I was in my head I was going to cross it, and it was all, and I tripped over my own feet and knocked myself out running down the way. Yeah.
So it wasn't even under a
No,
pressure
I ended
of a
up in
tackle or
Spanish
anything?
A&E with a big like lump on my head and kind
Wow.
of yeah.
God, that's really sad.
So no, I didn't play.
No,
Yeah.
no.
was probably best.
I did high jump about that age.
Yeah.
And missed
I used to do high jump.
Yeah, I missed the mat and knocked myself unconscious.
Oh my god, I didn't do
Yeah.
that.
It was such a massive mat as well.
Yeah, it is a massive mat.
It was actually quite impressive to be able to do
But was it quite far away from the bar? Did you fall between like the bar and the
No,
mat?
I sort of I took such a tight angle.
I can't work
I
out.
almost-
Hang on, what's
I
the
almost-
physics of this? Right, go on.
So here's the posts.
Yeah,
Is that what they're called? There's the
yeah,
bar.
yeah,
And I sort of went in like this.
yeah.
And you're supposed to sort of curve in, aren't you?
Yeah, yeah,
I
yeah.
just went across. It was like I was doing a cameo.
So you didn't even go over the bar?
I did sort of go over I think I knocked the bar off
Right.
and then missed them. So
Yeah.
it was a real fuck up.
I think they put the mat too far away from the bar.
Yeah,
I think that's what
thank
that
you.
was. Yeah.
Thanks a lot. Now, you mentioned Jamie Redknapp.
Yes.
Jamie Redknapp stayed at your house.
He did.
He
yeah.
told me that your dad,
Yeah.
when he wanted to sign him for Liverpool,
Yeah.
said, come and stay with us. He said, you can stay in Kelly's bed.
No,
And
that's wrong. He tells this story all the time.
he said, this is what he told me. I'm quoting Jamie. I'm quoting Jamie.
He tells this
yeah.
story, and I've put him writing it so many times, and he still tells it.
He said
Go
that
on.
he was staying in your bed and that you had a rubber sheet on your bed.
Yes, at 14. Yeah. I'll
He
be
said you were
honest.
16. He was
No.
17, you were 16, you were in the
No.
year below.
Oh my
and
God,
that you
he's
had a
such
rubber sheet
liar.
on your
Right. Also, he's made me older than I am. He is much older than I am. He tells his story, and it is not correct at all. There are correct elements.
Okay.
And I keep telling him.
So here's
and
Jamie Redknapp.
In
You're-
conversation,
Yeah.
I will say to him, no, that's not right. That's not how it happened, and tell him. And then he will repeat the story, the version that he
Yeah,
told
he
you.
was adamant to me.
When I'm sitting there having...
Yeah.
He would like quite often come and stay at the house because he was only 17 when he moved to Liverpool.
Yeah.
And my dad knew his dad, so he was like, "Oh, I'll look after him, and he can come and stay."
Yeah, in Kelly's bed.
He stayed in my toddler sister's bed,
Right.
who was very small. I was about 14, 15 at the
Okay.
time, so she'd be about 2, and she had a plastic sheet on her bed.
Okay.
Not me.
Okay.
At 14, 15, I was going through the night.
Yeah.
I was.
Don't say it like it's a flex.
I don't know when most people stop their plastic sheets, but I was long out of them.
Well, listen,
And
it's
kind of,
your word against Jamie's. He also sent me in a question for you.
Did he? Great.
Yeah, I'd love to play it for you.
I'm delighted to hear this.
He's very excited.
So I've known Jamie so that is what,
Oh, look! What
coming
I will
up for 40 years.
What I
I've known
will say
Jamie.
to you before I play this question in is that he loves you. He
Right.
was so excited that you're coming.
Right,
on.
okay.
He's like, she's great. She's so honestly, Mom, it's going to be such a great episode. She's so
Yeah,
great.
oh, God.
Okay.
Hi, Romesh. How you doing, mate? It's Jamie Redknapp here. Hope all well. Loving the podcast. Absolutely brilliant every week. And it's so
He's so
good to have
professional.
Kelly on. I love working with Kelly. She's brilliant, so good at her job, so funny, just an amazing human. But I do have one question for her, if that's okay.
Of course.
I want to know what my nickname was from Kelly when I had my bad eye infection. Thank you, guys. See you all soon.
So that's the question.
I hate him.
So Kelly, the question from Jamie that I'd love to put to you, and I'm wondering
just
what
like-
the nickname could have been.
Oh, yeah.
So Jamie had a bad eye.
And his nickname was Romesh. Oh my God, I hate him. I really hate him. I genuinely, I say I've known him for coming up to 40 years now.
Yeah.
But he does tell people that I had a rubber sheet on my bed.
Yeah.
And I was,
Yeah.
So he just spends his life. He's
Yeah, but I feel like
she's great. She's a really nice human. She's great. I love working with her.
Yeah.
And then stitches me up.
Yeah.
Not once, but twice.
But I feel like if Jamie has done you wrong like that,
Yeah.
you know, say something against him. Don't call
I know
him
I
Romesh.
should. I know.
Like that's on me. That's like I'm
Yeah.
telling people you've got a
Well, I
rubber
don't
sheet.
know.
I've done
I don't know
nothing.
that I have,
I'm an innocent
Do you know what?
victim
Jamie's
in all
very
of this.
good. Jamie's very clever at playing his
No,
cards
he's not. Let me
close
stop
to
you
his,
there.
You know,
Look, I don't mind you coming on and offering opinion. What I won't have is you saying fundamental
we
untruths.
need to fact check it. I'm really warm.
No, he's very good at playing his
Away
cards
from the
close.
he does keep his cards very close to his chest.
Yeah, he does. Yeah.
Yeah.
Now, I believe that you and I have something in common. Is it true that you could have had a career in maths?
Yeah,
or you had a career in
I started a maths degree and then
Right.
left to go to Sky. Yeah.
So you're really good at maths?
No, not now.
Right.
I was quite good at maths. Yeah.
You have to be pretty good to be about to do a
Sums.
degree.
Oh, sorry. I thought you were going to say in order to like work out tape. That's what people
No,
always
no.
say.
No,
They're
no.
always like, oh, you must be really good with like the stats. And so I'm like, that's not that advanced. That's just adding up. Yeah.
What would you have done? Like, were you thinking about doing a career in it?
Yeah, but maybe like, I mean, really vaguely something in the city. I hadn't even gone into that.
Because like
kind
maths
of- yeah.
degree is the hardest degree.
It is it's the best degree.
Yeah.
With the coolest people on it.
Yeah. Like,
where you kind of sit down, you sit in your lectures and you look around and you go, oh,
yeah. I
these are
remember,
my
like-
friends
yeah,
for the
yeah.
next few years.
I remember I had a group, we had a gang of us,
Yeah.
and we were called the Rubber Sheet Virgins.
Which,
Yeah,
as Jamie
which-
will testify, is a cool thing.
Yeah, really cool,
Yeah.
really cool. I love, I love maths.
Yeah.
now-
It's not something you can have a lot of chat about.
No,
It's a really difficult subject to
Well,
kind
I-
of bring into everyday conversation.
yeah, but people do, like when I started doing comedy and I started to do interviews,
Yeah.
they would like, and I'm aware that I've just asked you about maths in
Yeah,
our
yeah.
chat, but they would try and go, I used to be a maths teacher before
Yeah.
you did comedy.
Yeah.
And I remember doing Sunday brunch. Have you done Sunday brunch?
No.
On Sunday brunch, they were so keen to talk about my maths career,
Yeah.
they got me to solve a quadratic equation
Yeah.
on the show,
Yeah.
on live TV.
Yeah.
And then I did say,
But like it's hard.
it is hard, but it's not
Well,
entertaining,
How
is
hard
it?
was it?
Oh,
really?
the quadratic equation wasn't hard.
You didn't need to use the
Oh, it was a
formula or
piece of
anything.
piss.
It was
No,
like
it was a bit- yeah, I-
and this is the thing. I now, because I then started on TikTok looking up stuff for like my kids for their GCSEs and A levels and different things and like sending them stuff. I now get maths problems on my TikTok. So other people have like really interesting TikTok, and I get these like maths geeks going along going, the best way to solve this equation is to do
it's
with like an AI voice.
It's
and
so horribly responsive, that
but
algorithm.
I do it. But I do it.
So
I
you're
sit
still
there
a
and do
maths, you're still a maths bod?
Well, I mean, they're easy, but I sit
Yeah.
and do like easy maths,
Yeah.
little maths tests on the thing. Yeah,
think that's really
and then
cool.
and then feel really, really pleased with myself
Yeah,
for
I
getting
think
it right.
that's cool.
Yeah,
I think
yeah.
that's really cool. Like
Thanks.
proper.
Yeah,
Well
it's
done.
like year 9 kind of maths, and I'm sitting there going, yeah,
I know, but it is lovely to
good.
solve maths that's slightly under your...
yeah.
When I taught A-level maths
Yeah.
For a while, and I was only, I would say, half a page ahead of the kids. In
Yeah,
terms of,
I mean,
'cause
you
it's
don't
so
need to be much-
fucking
yeah,
hard.
yeah.
And then every now and again, they'd ask like a question that was beyond what we were doing.
Yeah.
And then I'd go,
Yeah.
oh, I'm just going to step out and,
Yeah.
And then I'd go and look it up.
Yeah,
I haven't a clue.
No, because you don't need to.
No.
you don't need to know anymore.
No.
We had when I was doing A-level maths, we had a teacher who'd literally just qualified, and it was her first job, and they gave her tops at A-level maths to come out to like a class full of girls. And honestly, I now look back and my heart breaks for her because that cannot have been easy. We were bitches. We were-
Really?
yeah, we were not deliberately,
No.
but just in the way
Naturally.
that 17-year-olds just naturally. Just subconsciously. It's
Yeah,
just
yeah.
innate.
You just got that
But just in the
vibe,
way
yeah.
that 17, 18-year-old girls are.
Yeah. Now, you were the first ever, is this true, the first ever presenter of Sky Sports News?
Yes. Well, me and Mike Wedderburn. Yeah.
Yeah.
First ever. With very, very tiny shoulders and very, very big hair.
Yeah.
And very kind of, it was late 90s, but very 80s makeup.
Because Sky Sports News now is something you have on, like, you can
Yeah.
have on, like, the fire.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean? Like,
Yeah,
it's
yeah,
just
yeah.
running constantly.
Yeah.
But Sky Sports News
In the
as
early days.
Well, as a concept, it sounds
It's
insane,
teletext.
doesn't it?
It is basically teletext. When we started, that was it. It was like, and we said it like it was a selling point. It's teletext with pictures, and people would be like, oh, and you'd kind of have to go out and do these like press runs, and you'd see these like hard-nosed journalists sitting in front of you, like proper sports journalists, and I was there at 22, kind of going, yeah, no, this is going to be great. We're going to fill 24 hours of sports news. And they're like, love, we put in one bit of copy a week.
Yeah.
This is not going to sustain itself. And so we got round that by just repeating it constantly.
Yeah,
and
but-
it was just the same shit every 15 minutes. Not the same shit, same informative.
The same great
gold.
the same like amazing
Yeah.
like cool
Yeah.
shit. But Sky Sports News now,
Yeah.
I mean, it's-
now they've got a whole like
crazy.
big modern studio,
Yeah,
and they
yeah.
move around, they stand up, and
Yeah.
we were just like two people in suit jackets behind a desk.
yeah, but it was great.
Oh, it was great. We
You're
had
a
so
pioneer.
much fun. I was a pioneer.
But when you started doing that, and like I remember people thinking the idea of Sky Sports News
Yeah.
seems so crazy.
Yeah.
But you started doing that. Do you have a target of what you wanted to do, or were you just
I was just
were you
glad
just
to have a
taking each
job.
thing as it
No,
really?
Yeah, I was just like, this is a job, and it's a really nice job, and
Yeah.
I really, really enjoy it. And I'm not really a planner.
Right.
That's not in my, and also it's not the kind of job where you can plan. You can't say, okay, well, by this age, I'm going to be doing this, or by this age, I'm going to be doing that, because
Yeah.
there isn't a career path. It's just, you just kind of hang around and wait for an opportunity and then go, oh, that job's free. Or I might want to do that one. And to be honest, I didn't even do that. I just thought, because I was young and stupid, and it took a long time to get out of the stupid part of it.
Yeah.
I wasn't young forever, but I was stupid for a lot longer. And then I just thought people would recognize this talent and potential, and they come along and say, you should be doing something.
Yeah.
And I would go, oh, okay, and go along and do it. And that's how I thought that's how television worked.
Yeah.
And obviously it's not. You have to
No.
kind of go and knock on doors and say, this is what I want to do.
Unfortunately, it's annoying, isn't
Yeah,
it?
it's really annoying. You have to work.
I mean, listen, it's gone
like a
easy. It's
proper
gone
job.
easy for me. I've absolutely smashed it.
Yeah.
But I know for some people, it's like it's really tricky.
Apparently, yeah.
But you know, Sky Sports News at the beginning, pinnacle of sports broadcasting now, and you know everything in between, Match of the Day and all of that. Do new younger broadcasters come and tell you that you're an influence on them, or do they?
No, what new younger broadcasters do is they come up to me and say, have you got any advice? I want your job.
Oh, really?
Yeah, and I'm like, well, I'm still in it, so
Yeah.
back off.
Well,
But, yeah.
it's quite, to me, it seems quite competitive, because you sort of think of like the number of people coming through football that want to move into what you do.
Yeah, it's
it
much
seems
more
infinite.
competitive than when I was young, definitely. Like that kind of, the younger women that are coming through now, well, there's more of them for a start.
Yeah.
But they are also, there are groups of friends, whereas we all, like my generation, we all kind of knew each other because there weren't that many of us. So
Yeah.
it didn't feel like there weren't many of us because we were all mates. But now there are lots of like different groups of women.
Yeah.
And there are some fallings out and kind
Really?
of, yeah. And they're not my stories to tell.
No, absolutely. But if you could leave a list of names, we'll get them on. But then, are you watching like? I mean, look, now you're the Don, but
Am I?
yeah.
Yeah.
But when you're coming up and coming through, and it's competitive and all of that. You know, you talk to Jamie, who's somebody that's like had to sideways step into Skechers, but you know, like
Do you know he sits when we're watching games and players go past, he's like, Skechers, and then somebody else will come back with one of his jackets on. He's like, Sandbanks.
Yeah. I mean, there was a time when everybody in football was wearing Sandbanks.
Cal, he's a Sandbanks. Yeah. Like, is he?
I actually, Jamie gave me some Sandbank
Yeah.
stuff, and he gave it to like a few people that were on league and football. And the website featured everybody that had worn that stuff except for me. I sent him so many photos.
I don't think I've got one either. Do you know who they saw the biggest uptick in sales from when they wore it?
Who?
Jamie Carragher.
You're joking.
No, he is like the one when he wears one, they see a boost in sales in Liverpool.
Jamie
Carragher, style icon.
So do you like when you're coming through and you're looking for certain opportunities and like a job comes up and there's a few people that are in the mix for it, are you analysing what other people do and thinking, how do I be better than that, or how do I
more when I was
position
younger?
myself?
I think.
Right.
Whereas now I think I'm I'm like, well, I'm not going to change that much. So
Yeah.
if they're interested, then they must be interested because of the way I do things. But
Yeah.
so I kind of, not so much now, but definitely when I was younger, I would watch everybody and be like, oh, and then I tried to do everything that other people did, and then it all felt very false. And then and then I would pick bits of what other people did and be like, well, maybe I could do that, but do it a bit differently, or do something that suits me. And then kind of, I am making this sound so much more crafted than it actually is.
No, but what...
It is literally just turning up in front of the telly and going, there's a game coming up, and then turn into a pundit and going, what do you think?
Yeah, but I mean,
let's not overcomplicate
We can
this.
all boil it down to, but like, you know, you're so good at what you do and you're so well respected. But like, it's
that's just being around for a long time.
Do you think so?
Yeah,
but then lots of people are around for a long time. They're doing fuck all. Yeah. Am I right? But no, I think it's like, I think that when somebody's really good at something, they make it look easy, and I think you're really good at that. Do you know what I mean? It's you make it look like an absolute piece of piss.
Like
you make it look like anybody could do it.
I mean, really, that's a kind of. It's not. Like, this is the thing. This is the thing that people and there is, like, you do work at your job, but at the end of the day, you come home and you're like, I literally am at the mercy of the pundits. If the pundits are no good, I am screwed.
Yeah.
I'm sitting there going, so what about the left back then, hey?
Yeah.
And they look at you with this blank expression. You're like, oh Christ, this is going to be a long hour.
But I mean, the thing, because I always think it's really unfair when people sort of, you know, that people don't say it so much now, but it was this thing of like footballers being stupid.
Yeah,
right?
yeah.
And they would always like.
Well, you said it about Jamie earlier.
Yeah. But that's a very specific individual thing. That's not because he's a footballer.
That's personal.
He's thick. But that's not because. That's not a football thing. That's a Jamie Redknapp thing. Do you know what I mean? But I always resented that because I feel like it's a bit elitist. You know, they've got a. You know, the example is you don't expect Stephen Fry to ping in a free kick.
Yeah,
do you know what I mean? So why
yeah.
do you expect a footballer to be super eloquent or whatever? But
and they are much more so now.
Well, they sort of have to be, right?
They sort of have to be, but also in the way that American sports stars were like this years before British sports stars, where they're just used to the media and they're just much more media literate. So they're just better at it, and they're more exposed to seeing other people talk, and building their brand has become more of a thing now. Whereas it used to be a kind of badge of shame. Like if you looked enthusiastic about the media, it was kind of, people would take the piss.
Yeah.
Whereas now it's like, that's a thing that you wanted. If you're good at that, it's like, oh my God, they're going to get brand deals, and they're going to have other opportunities off the back of it. So it's a good thing to have.
Because I think the nature of football sort of on TV has changed. You know, punditry and presenting and all of that. Because I think in years gone by, you sort of think if somebody wasn't into football, they'd walk into the room and watch somebody watching some people talking about it, and it would just sound very drab and kind of, I don't want to. But now it feels like it has to be more of a product, doesn't it? And during your career, have you noticed the push towards that?
Yeah, because I think it used to be much more kind of like physically, like buttoned up, shirt and tie, kind of just and sit very still and then I think probably because people started to have their own YouTube channels and then their own different social media platforms, and then that whole style of talking to people has just changed. The way everybody communicates now is different and more relaxed.
So, what's your take on like? On sort of the YouTubers and all of the, you know, the TikTok football pundits.
The TikToks.
The TikTokers.
In what way?
Well, you know, I sort of think like a lot of the time my kids will go straight. Basically, in my opinion, and you know, you don't have to agree or disagree with me at all. This is just the views
of your podcast.
It's just the views of Romesh Ranganathan. But I think you've seen an explosion of online kind of. You know, guys that they just come on, you know, podcasters and stuff like that, who are not part of mainstream media, and have started to become, but they're sort of on TikTok or whatever, putting their views across, and they become really big. But I think that because the likes and stuff are such currency for them, in my opinion, they'll put out an explosive view just to get attention, like something like, I don't know, I think Thierry Henry was actually shit, and then that feels like that's kind of the market that's moved towards.
But that's always been the way.
You think so?
Yeah, because if you think of like phone-in shows, you would always, even if the host would say it, or you'd put on like a really controversial caller at the top of the show to generate calls.
Yeah,
like that's always been the case. And I think sort of more mainstream coverage is doing that a lot more in its social media sort of clips that it does, that it wants to be more controversial. But that's not, it's a bit like when, written journalists say, oh my God, you just put that headline on for clicks. And like, yeah, I do want people to read my work. that is quite a fundamental point of what I do, is that there are eyes on it. So there is a bit of like selling, a bit of marketing on top of that. But and I don't hate all the YouTube and TikTok stuff. I don't think it takes away from, because the traditional coverage is still there if you want it. And then there's other ways of watching it that is still there as well. I don't see it as a massive problem. I'm not really anti it. I'm just like, a lot of it is not for me. It's not for a middle-aged woman sort of who's going to sit down and watch. I'd rather watch a proper traditional kind of build up with the interviews and the kind of shots
like
from
a whole
around the
package
ground.
of it,
And I like all of that. But
I mean, the other thing is, the other reason you don't have an opinion, don't have a negative opinion.
Don't have an opinion.
Well, you don't have a negative opinion about these TikTokers is because you're not seeing them. You've got all mass stuff going on.
Yeah, I've got mass stuff. Yeah, exactly.
Like your algorithm's
They're not
fucked.
on my algorithm. Yeah.
Unless they do simultaneous equations,
Like,
Kelly's not going to see
and
you.
let's face it, as much with the best will in the world.
Yeah.
I tell you about who could do a simultaneous equation. Frank Lampard.
Yeah.
He's got, do you know what? It is really funny. Like, Frank has got, I think, like 9 GCSEs. And this was a big thing. He's got 9 or 10 GCSEs.
It was like
a
he
big
was a
talking point for
unicorn.
while. I did a show years ago called Talk of the Terrace, which is a very strange show where nominally it was about the kind of highlights of things, but we would have different guests on. Like one week we had Dynamo on, and he pulled a fish out of Michael Vaughan's sleeve, and it was just a very odd show.
That's what you guess would happen, though.
That was what you'd imagine on a football highlight show. Like one of the Pussycat Dolls came on with all these people in wolf heads, and it was just very odd. Anyway,
and this is on the show Talk of the Terrace.
This is on Talk of the yeah. And then it was very.
I mean, it
odd.
would be Talk of the Terrace.
Yeah, it would have been. Yeah. And we had a footballer on, and the whole premise of like a good 5 minutes of chat was that he liked to read. We treated him, and we treated him like this unicorn, really into books. What do you read? Fiction, non-fiction, sports biographies. This guy was like, and he was quite bemused by the whole thing. And we were like really like leaning forward, like, you read.
Yeah, but I mean, the way Frank Lampard was talked about for having 9 GCSEs, it was so funny.
Yeah, like he was the genius footballer,
like
the outlier.
It was so mad.
Yeah.
So let's talk about match of the day, if you don't mind.
Yeah.
How did that all come about that you ended up being the Don?
They just asked me. So it was. Gary was leaving.
Makes sense.
Yeah, no, but it was. There was no kind of big manoeuvring.
Right.
Gary was leaving, and then that accelerated slightly, and then the process became a little bit quicker and a little bit sooner. And they said, "Do you want to come and do it?" And we're looking at a team of 3, and I was like, "Who are the other 2?"
Yeah.
And then they said it was Mark and Gabby, and I was like, "Oh, that's amazing."
Yeah.
Like that genuinely, as much as it's match of the day, so it sells itself, but also the fact that it's those 2, I'm just like, oh my God, like being on a team. Like, I know, like normally I sort of take the piss out of the people I work with, and it's okay, but it's Mark and Gabby, and they're amazing. And it's like being on a team with them is genuinely like just really exciting. And I just feel like I'm in a really great little group.
Because I guess being part of a 3, because Gary's obviously
takes the pressure off.
Yeah, because that's
really
it's a difficult one to follow, right? And so
it means that when I make my more extreme views more well known, they'll get a lot of the blowback on it as well. They're going to get caught in the crossfire. I'll drag them into it. When we were chatting about,
I would love it if you unleashed some of that on this. It would really help us out on the old algo. You won't see it, obviously. But
eyes wide open, just going, Christ, she's got some thoughts.
But were you, even as part of a 3, were you, whenever you take over something like that, there'll be a bit of kickback, won't there? Were you worried about that, or did you bulletproof yourself, or are you sort of mentally pretty?
I just didn't read it. Yeah, and that's not hard to do on my algorithm, as discussed previously. But it's not hard to avoid the coverage. It's quite hard to avoid people sending you the coverage.
Yeah.
But then I just said, I don't want you to send it to me.
Oh, really?
Yeah. So if people would send me things, even nice stuff, I was like, don't send me it, because when you don't send me the nice stuff, Like, one, if you send me nice stuff, I'll believe it, and that's really unhealthy.
Really bad.
Yeah, and
Agreed.
two, if you then stop sending me stuff, I'll be like, oh my God, does everybody hate me?
Yeah.
Which is not a great place to be in.
No.
So I just said, don't send me stuff. I don't want to know. And so I really still don't have any real idea what people thought about it or think about it.
Yeah.
I just do my job.
You're doing great.
Thanks. Well, yeah. I mean, it's so great that you've invited me on.
I've got some I've got some negative stuff that
Oh,
I didn't
yeah,
want to share,
yeah,
just to get your response
a
on it.
printout, just to get like one of those things where you read mean tweets.
Yeah. But is a massive deal. Were you able to disengage from how much? Do you have to try and disengage?
No, I
from
shook
it?
all the way through the first one. Pretty
Really?
much. Yeah, and I worked with people that I've worked quite a lot with before, and one of them was sort of saying to somebody off camera, they were like, "She's really nervous," because I don't get nervous really before work or anything. And they were like, she's as though this might be a problem. She's really nervous.
Right.
And I thought I was holding it together, but I really wasn't. I was just like quite quiet, and I sat. And then when you go in to watch the games beforehand, like you all sit in this little green room and watch all the games. And I went in the first one. They're like, there's the chair. And like Gary had his own chair, so you get to sit in Gary's chair to watch the games.
Does it have an arse
And there's
screen
like
in it?
two sofas. There's two. It's got a groove.
Yeah.
It's got like but it's like two sofas and an armchair, and you get the armchair, which actually I don't love because it's right under the air conditioning vent, and I get really cold.
Yeah.
So I sit there and moan, and they put the air conditioning on. I'm like, oh, is there any way anybody would anybody mind if we kind of turn the air? It's just I'm right in the
Yeah. And have you got used to it now? Then I guess.
Yeah, a little bit.
You feel
It's
chilled?
still really exciting.
Yeah.
It
I mean,
is still
live
exciting.
is annoying, isn't it?
No, live's great.
Is it?
Recorded is annoying when you have to go and do pickups and re-records and, oh, that wasn't quite right and this didn't. When it's live and you get it wrong, it's just like, move on. You don't have to go and do it again. I hate doing stuff again. I hate it so much.
The problem is like, because I've done almost no live TV whatsoever, like comic relief occasionally.
But it's I'm imagining your stand-up is live.
Yeah, it is. Yeah, but that is.
Yeah.
But then if you say something, it's just in the room, isn't it?
Yeah, that's the point.
But
Yeah.
but the
Yeah, but if you were doing like a live stand-up show, and somebody kept stopping you and going, Romesh, we need to just go and pick that up. We just need to go and do this again, and we need to it's really annoying.
Yeah, I guess so. But it's just that I'm so scared of I'm just so.
I'm not giving my opinion though, so it's easy for me because I just asked the question.
Isn't there part of it that's going to drop the C-bomb? Do you know what I mean? There's
do you
part
know
of you that
what?
wants to self-destruct,
There
right?
is. I genuinely, like on my last ever shift, would love to just. There is a part of me that would really just win the lottery, and just go in and not tell anybody, and just go in one day and just behave really badly.
I have that fantasy.
Yeah.
Now you sort of talked about the fact that for a lot of people, sort of, as you head into your 50s.
Yes.
I'm 48 years old.
Yeah.
I sort of think I'm going to just wind this all up.
Yeah. Yeah.
But
I didn't.
No.
Yeah.
So.
But I wasn't thinking about winding it all up. But you do start to think you do start to think endgame. Like, what's it going to look like?
Yeah.
How is it going to wind up? Because it's not going to go on forever. And then they came in with a new job offer, and I was like, oh, okay, so not so much the winding up thing.
Like The Biggest.
Yeah. I was like, oh.
The biggest version of your job. You've got now.
Do you want to come and do that? I was like, oh, okay.
Yeah.
But then you just have to go in like 100% and go, right, I'm going to do everything. I'm just going to, and all the stuff that comes with it and all the kind of extra bits and all that, and just really enjoy it. And
but how, because you're not a planner.
No.
I'm assuming Match of the Day wasn't on some vision board at your house.
No.
So it just came to you.
Yeah.
And now you're doing this massive thing.
Yeah.
Do you have other things that you want to do? Like, is there like if you were to retire, or if you said something on this that got you cancelled, and then this is your last day, is there stuff that you wished you'd have done that you hadn't?
No, I don't think so. Because there's nothing really in my sort of future that I think, I really, really want to do that.
Yeah.
I'm just enjoying it. I just kind of don't. It's just not how I think. I'm not that kind of person. Like, do you have like things that you want to do.
No. If anything, I resent the things I am doing.
Yeah.
You know?
You're just
That's
you've got a really great job, you've got a really nice life, and every morning you get out of bed and go, oh, for fuck's sake.
Yeah. I think we're very similar in that regard, is that I've got no ambition at all.
Yeah.
And so you sort of do these things and you go, oh, that'd be fun to do.
Yeah.
That'd be fun to do.
Yeah.
But the problem with it being fun is that you agree to do it. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah, and you agree to do it in a fit of energy.
Yeah.
And then that energy dips.
Yeah.
And then you find yourself having to do it. And you go, oh, did I say I did? Okay, I did say I'd do that. Or you suddenly get a text saying, oh, yeah, and what about you said you were free on like Thursday, or whatever. And you go, oh, yeah, no, I did say that, but I kind of earmarked that for just like sitting in.
Yeah, I know. People often say, who makes you angry? And I tell you who makes me the most angry. Me 6 months ago.
Yeah.
Right, like that prick.
Yeah,
that
exactly.
said I could do this.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean? Like that is...
busy as fuck.
Yeah. But because like, obviously with Match of the Day, like, that takes up a lot of your time, right?
No, it doesn't.
It takes up... So let me just redo that. So obviously with Match of the Day, it doesn't take up much of your time at all, does it?
Everybody's like, oh my God, you're so busy. And I'm like, I work weekends.
Yeah.
I do Tuesday nights on the radio and I work weekends.
Yeah.
And I do a couple of bits during the week. I'm really not and then other stuff does end up taking up more time. But the bare bones of my sort of working week, really not that busy.
Right.
I spend more time on a train than anywhere else.
Oh my God.
Yeah. Trains.
That's a good luck. What's your take on trains?
I hate the trains.
You hate the trains?
Yeah, I hate the trains.
Really?
Yeah.
Why?
Because
This is good. No, this is the kind of hot take we want. Yeah, here we go.
I like on the trains, and all the people who work on the trains are really lovely. And this is not directed at them because they are genuinely really nice.
Sure.
Really nice people.
You have to look like you're
especially if
not
you get
lost
an
touch.
evening train when they're quite busy with the, sort of, it's all quite lively. But they're not predictable and they're not reliable, and I find it really stressful. I hate being late for stuff when it's not my fault.
Yeah, I agree.
Yeah.
World Cup. It's quite tricky, isn't it? Because when you're doing Premier League, you sort of get used to. You've seen these, you're locked in on the facts and what their background is and all of this.
Yeah.
Then all of a sudden, I mean, it's just a bit of a different.
And also, you start the World Cup and they give you because I've done them before with the BBC, but for radio.
Yeah.
And you get this pack of stats, this whole book, and you kind of go through it at the beginning, and it'll have a little bit on this, and it'll have all these different stories in, and within one game for each team, the whole story's changed, and you're suddenly just like, this is not where we thought this was going to go.
Yeah.
But then you're in the sort of narrative of the whole competition, but it just changes. It's just completely different.
As a fan, I've got to say my relationship with the England football team is sort of, it's like. My love for Arsenal has remained completely unfaltered. But I do feel like, look, you're talking to an idiot about football, right? So I'm fully aware that I'm talking to, it's an idiot talking to an expert. But like, I think what Gareth Southgate, I know people criticise Gareth Southgate towards the end of his tenure, but what he has done for the perception of England football team, I think is remarkable.
Yeah,
and I'm
agree.
saying that, I know that we're both from Crawley, so I'm just picking them up. But I do think, when I was growing up, when I was in my 20s, and I used to go to pubs and stuff and watch England, I didn't really feel like I could support that team. Do you know what I mean? Because I was sort of seeing the sort of stuff that people that were supporting the same team were saying, the songs that were being sung, and I've got to be honest, I stepped out of supporting England for a while because I was like, I don't know if I can be, but now I sort of feel like I feel great for my kids because they can be proper England fans now, and that wasn't always the case.
No,
was it?
and he's amazing, and what he genuinely is, like a really incredible person. We did a big in 2018 in the Russia World Cup. We had an hour-long sort of program on him, and where we had a psychologist sitting with us who knows him really well, and sort of broke down him as a person and how he deals with the players in the squad and that kind of thing. And his books, I'm not here to plug his book, but his book is really good on all this stuff. And he's just a really interesting, thoughtful, intelligent human being who's got really good morals. Yeah. And he just thinks the England team at that stage, suddenly having had a barrier between them and the press and them and the media, suddenly decided to talk about things that were important to them, and he gave them that space and said, not don't talk about this. He said, go and talk about it, but make sure that you're educated on it and make sure that you know what you're saying. And if you want to talk about things, go and do it. And it made it so much more open. And they set up even stupid things like, the Bukayo Saka on the inflatable unicorn thing in the pool, opening all that up. They'd have darts tournaments with the media and all that kind of thing. And it made them really human. It made them really relatable. It made them really accessible. And it made them seem like the really sort of rounded group of men that they are. And he did all of that. And now he's working with young men more broadly, which I think can only be is really needed right now and can only be a brilliant thing.
Yeah. But also, this is not on behalf of you, Kelly, but on behalf of the rest of us at the podcast, we haven't talked about the World Cup before. We do want to take this opportunity to congratulate Donald Trump on his FIFA World Peace Prize. And I know you felt strongly about that, didn't you? Okay, no worries. Yeah. Now, we've got a little game. We've got a little game for you. It's called Misquoted.
Oh, okay.
It's Misquoted. I'm going to give you 5 things
that
you may or may not have said. You just have to,
Me?
Yeah.
Oh,
yeah.
God. Okay.
And you have to tell me this said one. Now, sometimes we've slightly adapted what you said.
Okay, right.
So it's a bit tricky. Not tricky. It's a fun game.
Yeah, it's okay.
It's a fun game, isn't it?
Yeah, but the thing is, I get really weird about quizzes and I really hate doing badly on quizzes.
Oh, okay.
I feel deep shame if I do badly on quizzes.
Okay. Well, if it makes you feel better, this is stuff that you've actually said.
Yeah, well, no, that makes it worse.
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah. So here's your first one.
Yeah, go on.
Kelly Case, did you or did you not say this? Wearing a footy shirt is in my DNA.
No, I would never have said that. I would never have said that. That is just not. And I've never called football footy ever in my life. No, that is 100% not me.
Well done.
Yeah.
Well done.
Yeah.
The real quote is, I've never owned a football shirt.
Yeah.
I think that's a good thing.
Yeah, I do. I did have to wear one once for a shoot. But I was,
I went to an Old Firm game.
Yeah. Oh my God, that's brave.
With Kevin Bridges.
Yeah.
And just for fun, I tweeted,
oh, Jesus.
I'm on my way to the Old Firm game. Does anyone know where I can get a half and half scarf? And my phone nearly.
Great, because fans of the Old Firm teams famously have a really, really strong sense of humour about that kind of shit.
My phone nearly melted. I got death threats that day.
Yeah.
Bridges was cracking up. Anyway, here's your next one. You did really well. And also, not only did you get it right, I love the definitive way that you dismissed that.
Okay.
Beautiful. Really good. So what I'm saying to you is whatever happens for the rest of this.
We've started
You've
well.
smashed it.
Yeah.
Here's your next one. Did you or did you not say this? When you're solid in yourself...
Oh, this sounds like me. Oh, my God, already.
I've not even finished the quote.
Know, it sounds like the kind of shit that I pause the television to say to my kids. Right, go on.
When you're solid in yourself, you're harder to unbalance, like a weeble.
Oh, yeah, I did say that. Oh, my God.
What
a dick.
It's not a dickish thing to say.
It's the kind of thing that my daughters will stop me and be like, yeah, all right, fine.
This is from your essay in Vogue.
Yes, which makes it sound much better.
It's time to kick on. Here's the rest of the quote.
Oh, my God.
In most rooms where the big decisions get made, there are many more men than women.
That is true.
There has to be a deep confidence of your own, because mine is an industry where everyone has an opinion and you need to know whose matters to you.
Oh, I'm so embarrassed.
I actually think that's actually quite profound.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. Or it sounds like something that you could type up over a picture of a beach and put it on Instagram.
How easy is it to do that in practice?
What, to kind of be your own sort of... or now, quite easy.
Right.
I think when you kind of... I know... Like, you get to an age where you sort of know what you like. So that's sort of it. And you become more selfish, I think, as you get older. And in a good way. Not selfish that you don't care about other people, but just selfish in that you know what your priorities are and you kind of live towards them a bit.
But also the other thing...
I feel like I'm only going to say something that makes me sound like more of a twat.
Yeah, no, well, that's what I was hoping for. But the truth is like, when because you're sort of... Your status now is undeniable, you know, and I know it's difficult for you to say that. So then,
mortifying as well.
But then
because it is literally just football on the telly.
I know, but then in the world that you're in, if you say something, your track record means that you're commanding respect, right? Like it must be easier now than it was.
Yeah, but I don't say anything. That's the thing. I very rarely give a football opinion. There's much as saying that about England earlier is as much as I ever really say about football. I'm only ever really asking the question.
Well, the thing that
it's respect by proxy.
Yeah, but you have to ask insightful questions, don't you?
Yeah.
Like you can't just go. What did you
make of the goal?
Yeah,
I mean, you really can just say, "What did you think?"
Can you?
Yeah.
Well, maybe I could
Years
do this.
ago, Ed Chamberlain and I, who now does the racing on ITV, and Sky, we used to do Sundays on Sky Sports. I probably shouldn't say it, but on Sundays on Sky Sports News together, and we used to have a guest on who would be watching the 4:00 kickoff on a Sunday, which it was then, not 4:30, and we used to compete to see who could ask the most generic question. So we'd go on there and we'd be like, so, Romesh, good for the lead? Who's impressed?
That's wicked.
Yeah.
Oh, okay. Yeah. Well, that sounds... Actually, what you do is a piece of piss.
Yeah.
Okay, here's your next one. Did you or did you not... But you were 2 for 2, by the way.
Okay, yeah.
Congratulations.
Yeah.
So whatever happens from here...
Yeah.
When it's your dad's workmates, they're not really that interesting.
Yeah.
That's kind of how I first saw footballers.
Yeah, that's me.
That is you.
Yeah.
The Mirror, January 26th.
In the Mirror? Wow, I get around.
Yeah, you do. Not just Vogue essays. So you're 3 for 3. Well done. Did you or did you not say this? I empathise with online trolls, poor buggers.
No, I would never say that. I don't think I say buggers either.
No?
No, I don't think that's a me word.
None of it is true. You said the real quote is I block merrily.
Oh, I do.
Do you?
Yeah, yeah.
So
pre-block.
How much abuse are you getting?
No, I don't. That's not it. I don't. Well, first of all, I'm only on Instagram now, so you get that. So there's the messages that you have to click to open.
Yeah.
So if I don't know people, I don't look at the message, which is a shame because I feel like it's nice to talk to people.
Yeah.
And most people are nice. So I don't look in that column. And then I don't, and then if I see people being horrible to other people in the comments under their posts, I just block them.
If you see them being horrible to someone else?
Yeah. Or if I see them just being a bit snarky,
so funny.
I block them. I just
really?
Yeah. Even just people who are a bit like, oh, I think you're fine. I'm like, nah, block. I just block people if they just annoy me.
I mean, football is bad for that.
Yeah, but I don't see why those people would be in my life. Like,
no,
so
sense.
I sort of made a decision a few years ago that if I'm like, well, I can't go around and say these people aren't important to me and then let them be in my life.
Yeah.
So I just thought, right, well, they're not going to be in my life then. So I just block.
Okay, here's your last one. I think football management is stressful. I wouldn't wish it on anybody.
That sounds like me.
You said it to the 442 website in 2024.
Oh, okay.
So
that's quite recent.
Yeah.
That's probably why I remember it.
It is stressful, isn't it?
It's so stressful. It's horrible. Honestly, you can see it in the manager's face. I know they get well paid, right? So, okay,
Yeah,
they get
we'll put
really
that to
well
one
paid.
side. They get well paid. Yeah.
It is 24 hours a day, 7 days a week. You think you've got a hard life. They're on call to like 20-something-year-old. Their job is in jeopardy the whole time. Everybody thinks they can do it better, and people are really vicious about it. Then you've got ex-players for the club coming on and sort of slagging you off. You feel everything really personally because you care about the job. So it's not like they can just go, I'm just going to park the abuse or the criticism or whatever it is. You can't do that because you care about what you're doing and you care about the players that you'll represent. And then your player does something stupid and you have to go out and defend them. And you're like, I don't really want to, but I need to keep this person on board. Then they have their own opinions on how they should run things. Then you've got board members and billionaire owners who suddenly decide that they know what football is and how it all works and how you should do things better. And it's not a nice job. There's very little, there's financial reward, that is true, a lot of financial reward, but there is very little other reward in the job. Like when you win a game, a lot of them it's just relief. And when you win a trophy, it's just like, great, that's what the expectation was to come and do it. And you enjoy it in the moment. And then the minute they're back in the dressing room, they're all telling you they're thinking about the next season and planning and going, how do I tweak this? And do you know what? And even when they win a game, they look back and go, right, how could I do that better? They're constantly looking for the faults and things. It's a horrible job. I wouldn't wish it on my worst enemy. Honestly, it's not what you think it is, I don't think. And I genuinely don't understand why anybody would want to do it. I really don't.
The point...
We've had players or ex-players and managers who are out of work coming in to do games with us. And I've gone, I wouldn't go back in if I were you. And they'll be chatting about things, and I'm like, I just wouldn't. I wouldn't. And it's like, and you can see them, their eyes are sort of, I'm like, yeah, no, I wouldn't bother.
The thing that, the point you made about people thinking they can do the job better, like fans.
Yeah.
That think.
Yeah.
The idea, listen, I've complained about Arsenal sometimes.
Yeah,
Do you know what I
and
mean?
that's not to say people can't have opinions.
But I don't think I know better than the
Mikel
people
Arteta.
who, yeah. Like I might disagree,
Yeah.
but I don't know better than you.
And there's a difference between sitting, with a mate and
Yeah.
talking about that and going, oh, I tell you, I can't believe he doesn't do that, and having a
Yeah.
moan, because that's normal.
Yeah.
I don't mean that, but I mean some people genuinely believe they know better.
But the idea that you who have thought about it in your spare time
Yeah.
knows better than somebody who's full time, whose entire life is devoted to it. Grow up.
Yeah.
That's my message. Look, Kelly, you've been an amazing guest.
It's been lovely. I've really enjoyed it.
You have been fantastic.
Well, you've been an amazing interviewer. You said you weren't good at this.
I'm not really, it's just sort of...
It's just a hobby for me. I just do this casually.
You just prod it along.
Do you know that cuts me? That cuts right to the heart
It's
of me.
a little side hustle that's regularly number one in the charts. Listen...
What is in Goodwill Hunting when you go, this shit's easy for me.
No, look, we have one final question.
Yeah.
We like to try and get a viral moment or some sort of exclusive.
Yeah.
Very tricky. Have you got anything that you have never said publicly before that you can give to us? As far as you know, what does Jamie Redknapp sleep on now?
Plastic sheets.
Wow.
Yeah.
Okay.
He developed a taste for it when he was 17.
I bet he did. Okay, please, can you give it up for Kelly Case, everybody? Thank you so much for watching and listening to this episode. Before you go, if you've enjoyed this episode and you've not subscribed, that's a bold decision. Crazy behaviour. Follow and subscribe to the Romesh Ranganathan Show wherever you listen. It helps me, really helps me. It helps the team. And it costs you absolutely nothing. We drop episodes every Monday and Thursday. Mondays I'm joined by great guests. Thursdays my mum Shanthi joins me to answer your questions and family dilemmas. I'll see you Thursday with mum, who, let's face it, is who you're actually here for. If you've got a problem you want to solve or a story you want to share, send it to podcast@rangabee.com, voice note or text us on 07731 623 355. We can't promise good advice, but you might end up on the show. See you soon!
Oh, shut up, Romesh.